Hi everyone, welcome to the first lesson of the course. Here we're going to model the body of the jellyfish, the top part, and then we'll carry on with the tentacles. So first, let's get up our 4 views. Now go here to the right view. And here we'll create a cube. This will act as a guide. I want to make half of the jellyfish's body. Go to Pen. Make a line that goes from here to here. Something like this. Okay, like this for instance. Now remove the cube and this would be the shape. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. You can try out different shapes. You could do something more simple. Now I'm going to go forward a little bit to where I have the body done. Let's just hide this for a moment, so you can see the line I drew with the spline. So when you have the shape you want, just get rid of the others you drew and select that one. I'll just remove this to explain how I did it. Go here to Lathe. Put the spline inside Lathe, and as you can see the body is generated based on the spline we drew. You probably have it like this, where you can't see the polygons. To show them, just go to Display and select the second option. There's a small hole here. This is quite common. You just need to make sure that the spline is positioned in the middle. Like that. What we need to do now is to add some thickness to it, because as you can see, it doesn't really have any. To do that, go to Simulate, Cloth Surface. And now place these two elements inside Cloth Surface. Nothing is happening, and that's because you need to input a value here in thickness. And you see how it gets thicker. You can add a positive or negative value. You can put whatever you want. You can modify the body if you want, and then we'll move on to the tentacles. Go to the right view, deactivate these elements so you just see the spline. Point selection. And now you can select those points to adjust the shape. If I do this and then activate these, see how the shape changes. Okay, go back and activate these again. We're going to move on to the tentacles. To do that, create a plane. Which we put on the x-axis. Lower it and put 0 here. Or 1 and 1. Scale it. Like this. So something like this, more or less. Now we can increase the segments, maybe around 20. And 3 or 4 here, maybe 5. Now we make this editable. Once we have the shape, we can go to Simulate. So I'm just thinking about the best way to make the tentacles. In these options here, select Displacer. This property is here. But you can change the shape of it here. So change it to box and see what happens. From here, we control the displacements. If we associate this plane to the infinite shape, then you'll see that the plane will modify in the way we want it to. So you get the idea. The box acts as a mask. So if we put it here, the displacer will only affect this area here. The parts of the box differentiate the degree to which the displacer is implicated. You can modify this too. You can stretch it. You can also reverse the effect. Let's go to the right view, where it's more comfortable. I just want to hide this so I can see properly. So I can make sure it's in the right place. So if we make it like this and give it the effect we want, okay, so you need to put the displacer inside the plane. Watch out for that. Here in Channel Shader, we'll add a noise. This is what will interpret the displacements. Depending on what this is like, the shape of this will be one way or another. You can do this so you can just see the effect. I've done it like this because I want to put the effect on this side and also on this side. So the middle will be more or less flat and the edges wavy. Back in Displacer, Object. We can increase the strength of the effect. We need to make it a little bit longer, because the red part is one thing and the yellow is another. So set it to the maximum like this. Let's remove this so we can see it properly. Adjust this a little bit more. lower the strength. So like I said, it depends on the noise. You could change the effects, and as you see, there are lots of options you could try out. We'll do this later, but obviously if we added a subdivision surface and now we place the plane inside the subdivision, we improve the appearance as more subdivisions are added to the model. But as I said, we'll see this further on, so for now, we'll just go back. Now copy and paste this. Let's look at some more effects we could apply to make it look better. If we go into this property, we have lots of options. You can adjust the relative scale. And see what happens. You can do the same on the other side. This one has a different effect applied, and that's why it doesn't look the same. Let's change it to nucleus and do the same for the other one. Now what we can do with this is go here and select taper. And with this, we sharpen the ends of the tentacle. So let's take the plane, or the tentacle, and place it in the middle. Scale the plane to fit the tentacle. Adjust the strength, but you see that it's the top part that's getting thinner, so we need to turn it around. And place it inside the model. So you see what this effect can do. You can just play around with the values. You can adjust the curvature to make it more or less curved. You can make the tentacles all sorts of different ways. Generally, a jellyfish wouldn't have such a wide tentacle like this. But you can do it however you want, really. Let's leave it like this for now. And we'll go here to Spline Wrap. Let's place it here at the bottom. Okay, before that, we need to go back to make a spline. So go to the right view and select the pen. We'll make a spline, more or less like this. Now we can go to Spline Wrap and place it here at the bottom. And down here in Spline, place the one we just made. Okay, this looks very strange. You need to go to axis and see which axis it needs to be on to look the way we want, in this case the y-axis. You can see the axis down here in the corner, x, y and z. So logically, our tentacle needs to go on either minus y or plus y. So what the spline web did was associate the shape to the spline that we made with the pen, as you can see. If you go down here to size and rotation, playing around with this, you can change the shape of the tentacle, bending and twisting it around. Let's leave it around here. Now, here in strength, if we increase it, then the rotation is stronger. Now we could use Subdivision Surface. This will improve the geometry of the model, and this way we'll get more of an organic shape, which is what we are looking for. Select both parts, the spline and the subdivision, and group them together to create a null object. Let's add a cloth surface tag. Place the tentacle inside. Here we can adjust the thickness like we did before. With the tentacle selected, create an instance for each tentacle. Now you can move this. And you have another tentacle. You can rotate it around. Copy and paste to make another one, and just carry on making instances to make more. Let's add another one here. Adjust this one here. Okay. I think that's enough. It looks good. We're now going to make some more tentacles, but in a different way. So go here to the splines and select a circle. The circle is placed here. Go to Simulate, Hair Objects, Add Hair. You see these splines have been added that we'll now adjust. Rotate the circle and scale it. Okay, I think we can leave it there. Now here and here, you can adjust the settings to the effect you want. For example, in guides, you can add to the length. In Generate, set this to instances. Okay, let's leave it here for now. And in the next lesson, we'll continue editing these tentacles. See you there!